Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Because we've seen what Liquid have both Matu and Miracle play it, haven't they? They can both play a very good Morphling. So it's one of those core picks that Liquid could have gone for and had that versatility to switch around.
I mean, you just can't let Team Liquid have Morphling. I mean, he's like the team mascot.
That's true.
Gotta get rid of that.
The more I look at the draft man, the more I think it's just about tempo. That you see the Lycan ban and you say, you know what, we just don't want to get pushed off the map.
Sure. Yeah, let's see here. Taking a long time, boys. This is means that we have two very good teams facing off against each other. Already into reserve time. I guess this is the most important pick, though, right here, most likely, right?
Yeah.
This kind of gives
The
the
third
whole
pick
strat.
because it's like that extra ban, as Nahaz was mentioning in the other days. It's like you steal the pick away from the other team.
And it's often here where you have to decide how much information you want to give away.
Yeah.
The example I'm thinking of the other day, do you remember when Navi picked Viper third for Dendy? All of a sudden, you knew so much about what Navi's lanes were going to look like, so much about the tempo that they were going to be playing.
I wonder if Liquid's considering just taking the gyro here.
I mean, we haven't seen Gyro have too hard of times, especially when that Lycan's already been knocked out.
Okay, they take
Okay. Mind control clock. We've seen what, a couple of core clocks here and land. I feel like it's not been as successful as the 4 clock, but with this pickup,
That's
should be mind controls.
Well, they certainly got a lot of initiation, a lot of mobility, and a few backup plans coming out with that draft.
That's really different coming out from Liquid. I haven't seen them do something like that in a very long time, putting MC on that type of hero.
They have not picked it in this patch.
Yeah.
At all.
Very different approach.
Now I don't feel bad about not guessing it. Hello there, future Dota All-Star. Yes, wonderful. See you at TI 20. Got this.
Just don't listen to Slacks.
All right, here we go. Evil Geniuses going with the Bat Rider.
Oh, we saw Universe have a brilliant game yesterday.
Incredibly good versus
he helped
Wyvern.
climb them back, and yeah.
I love drafts like this between two veteran captains, two great coaches. This is a chess match draft.
Yep.
A lot of these third picks you don't want to give away the core information.
This also still can allow EG to go for some type of aggro, because Earth Spirit's a bit of a weaker one, and then you can have the Bat Rider in a 1v1 versus the Clockwork. That could be an option that they go for here. I mean, Shadow Demon, Sand King, +1, you throw in like a Luna or something like that, you can easily go for those aggros. And Bat, very good versus Clock in the game, very good versus Wyvern throughout all stages.
Curious though, the Life Stealer, viewed as a laning counter to the Bat Rider, still on the table for Liquid.
And they have the 2 delivery systems.
Yeah, that's
as well.
true. Yeah, Matuma Man
Good
Lifestealer could be nice. Still the ult from the SD a little annoying. And they've got the lasso in the later stages, but the laning could be strong.
You got to go back. I don't think it's a great hero right now, but I always go back to that Manila Major and the Slark from Atumaman, how well Liquid takes advantage of the vision that he provides.
I mean, get out of here with your Slark. The last Slark we saw was, wasn't great.
EG.
I mean, I also
Liquid goes for the Viper themselves. So they've ran this in the past before, and they went for the Veil build on Matu.
and there's the
EG,
Luna.
yeah, we expected that Luna to come out with the SD Sand King.
No surprises there at all with EG's lineup.
Yeah, this will be a rough match for Liquid. I wonder if they'll be able to be the first people to beat Arteezy's Luna. With the Shadow Demon? Probably not. That's looking pretty strong, buddy.
Yeah, I've got to be honest, so far I'm liking EG's lineup.
Me too. Yeah, they have a lot of team fight
So
and strong lanes.
Liquid, this is the 4th Viper pick for them in this patch 3-1. I still like the potential for a Miracle Chaos Knight here. They have done that in this patch.
Sure. That'd be a lot of early game aggression.
What about Terrorblade for Miracle?
A lot of, I actually get a little bit scared about drafting Terrorblade into Soul Catcher. I just feel like
and versus Shadow Demon as well, just in general.
And Bat Rider is pretty good. I mean, if you could just get that Terrorblade.
Yeah, I see the Tinker ban, and that starts yelling Terrorblade to me.
Yeah,
Sure. Makes sense.
but I feel like you're already against a lot of burst damage potential on the side of EG. It's not a bad pick.
I think the thing is that the way that they play it is they just 4-man run around until he gets online.
Hey.
They ban the Terrorblade.
Look at
I think
that.
Good call.
I think that has to actually be done.
So what do EG finish off with here? They still need that hero for some mail.
We're gonna make Blitz happy. Is this a Storm game?
I mean, Blitz has been saying he thinks that hero's actually dead. He's really unhappy with it right now.
He's just mad because on paper he was right. That's the thing. But there are 2 drafts that he's called very favorable Storm games where the Storm has lost. But I think the hero may just be a little bit weak right now.
Stop calling him out now.
You know what's been left in that we've seen?
The thing is, I agreed with him.
Yeah, I know.
The Death Prophet is still there. Could they not just put Sumail on the DP?
Yeah, that's pretty odd. I mean, she's been picked up almost. I would say
you do all right at mid
here.
lane. It's going to really complement the push, and
They've
they get it together, so that 25-30 minute mark with Luna, SD, and DP, they could just look to end the game.
And they've got Shadow Demon too, so it's a kind of a save at least for the Death Prophet. Not a crazy amount of burst damage from Liquid either at the moment.
I guess you can pick Storm into Viper. Okay, Puck. Yeah, you have to pick something that can lane against the Viper.
Okay.
That's a pretty hard lane.
It is.
Yeah. I don't know.
But the thing about Viper, like people still think about Viper and they think about 1v1 lane matchups.
Yeah.
Like Puck in a dual lane against Viper is not as bad as it would be 1v1.
And I think I'm seeing that EG can still go for aggro here and have that right on a 1v1. I think they want to get that matchup. Because then it gives a lot of freedom to the supports to kind of run around, and they put pressure on Liquid so the Earth Spirit can't make all the moves.
But if that's what you're thinking that EG is doing, don't you just pick Lifestealer here?
I mean, what heroes are left that are good in that lane? It's a Lifestealer, Weaver, also confirmed very nicely against the Bat. It's another...
And then you have Lifestealer versus Luna in the end.
Yeah, you're right. PL.
I think
that makes sense.
Okay.
The Lancer, huh?
Okay.
But now, how does that lane go 1v1? If the PL ends up 1v1 against the Bat Rider?
Oh, you got the doppel.
You're in an okay spot. You have a long cooldown on the doppel early, but you can farm all right.
All right.
With some help.
Pretty even drafts, I feel here, guys. Who do you got in game 1, Owen?
I mean, the way he's been playing it, I find it really hard to ever go against Arteezy's Luna, and especially with the SD, the team that they've got around it, I've got to go with EG on this one. I've just got much more confidence in that than the PL Viper combo that was. I think we saw what Na'Vi did the other day and they struggled with. Obviously, Liquid's a very different team, but I think EG, SD, Luna is going to be good.
I like EG's team fight. I really do. I'm gonna have to go with them.
EG looks really solid right now, but I feel like Hero has something up his sleeve with this draft. It's very unique and odd. The clockwork, I think they might have been saving that just for this game. So I'm going to trust in Liquid on this.
I'm going to go with EG. I feel like in drafting the Viper, you're betting on shutting down Sumail in lane, and I think EG's got the rotations to prevent that. We will see. He struggled last night as Timbersaw. I believe in the Sumail Puck here. Guys, we are about to start our lower bracket final here, EG and Liquid. Game 1, to bring you all the action, here are Toby, 1, and Blitz.
That's right, game 1 of what will hopefully be an amazing series between Evil Genius as well as Team Liquid. Team Liquid, we're getting Mind Control Clockwork, we've got Matumberman Viper, we're going against SD Luna of EG. If EG ever easy draft compared to Liquid.
I think so too. I don't know how much I believe in this Viper hero either. There's some heroes in Dota that are tanking
for battle
for me right now. Viper, we haven't seen really anybody make it work so far.
Yeah. Every time it's, well, a lot of the times it's also been in the hands of teams like Na'Vi, or it's been an answer to mass illusion spam that's coming at you as well. That was answer to Broodlings when watching him play in China. Like, how do you make it work? You get a large amount of farm on him. Like, we've seen Dragonlance into Maelstrom builds. Do you even do that against this EG lineup? Do you look for a timing for him to push, or is he just that line tank? Do you make him utility style?
Well, for him, he needs a BKB this game. Matama Man will get BKB second item, and then he'll be pretty unkillable. Whether he deals damage is another story. By the way, I love it when you cast Bat Rider and Luna King. It's my favorite. Hearing you pronounce all this stuff, Tobes. I get a lot of enjoyment out of it. I'm not even trying to flame.
I can imagine the Luna one, but is Bat Rider really that different?
The way they used to say his ulti, I'll say his ulti.
Lasso.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. You know, I fixed that for you, man. I changed for you.
But what about Illusionary Orb?
Oh,
that's all my favorite. All my favorite Tobias in one game.
Oh, it's just you can shove those instants where the sun doesn't shine. All right, we're gonna have bounty steals. It's gonna be a 2-2 trade-off steal at the end of the day. And Evil Geniuses, so they're gonna push Crit and Universe, do what we've seen a hell of a lot of, which is just this wave style cut. I'm still counting the days until Axe comes back just because he used to be the king at doing this type of cutting.
I don't know how this mid matchup goes. It feels like Viper though loses a lot of mid matchups nowadays. The downside of Viper in this one lane, you don't want to know like these kinds of things is like, yeah, he harasses you, but the downside is like he doesn't draw aggro, so he doesn't shove out the wave as easily either, and he doesn't have an outspam ability. What he does though is like you're trying to force people out of the wave with Viper is the idea behind it.
Watching this top lane battle going on. Mind Control is trying to cog burn off while GH rolling boulders forward, but they were just waiting it out. We saw this, well, not exact combination, but it's the way RTZ plays this safe lane. Once he has Loose and Beam up, it's just a little bit of harassment, Loose and Beam, then they go for their initiation. GH is staying in face of RTZ, and Mind Control is hoping for another cog burn. There's not a lot of kill potential here, but both sides are trying to make each other think there is. Then you'll have the opportunity.
Yeah, I think that GH is making the right call here. It's not a whole lot that he can do until he's at least level 2 against the puck anyways. When you're like level 2, level 3, you've got some kill potential on him. You can do the kick if you wait out Sumail to use his orb. And Sumail actually having a little bit of a mid as Matama Man is winning the regen battle, which determines a lot of this mid matchup, who can out regen the other.
Sumail's got more supply coming on the courier.
Yeah, he's gonna need a fairy, another set of regen. Like, too hard to get ball.
They went in pretty deep up on top lane. GH gets a little bit more space. Mind Control. The cogs will hold Fear in. Again, Fear have been pretty good at getting their way through those cogs, even farming them up when the harassment comes out.
Universe, though, doing very, very nicely right now. This bottom lane, Miracle already has 5 stacks on him. He's gonna have to stop the doppelganger out of there. And although this matchup isn't bad, I mean, Crow haven't really been able to help too much as Crit is being well annoying right now.
Let's still get bounty runes
is under attack.
as much as they possibly can.
Yeah.
But that Invis rune is not really going to come too much. With Radiant and Dire scan up, it's Team Liquid just in the safety of their courier running down mid. Well, EG wants to know if there's more behind the tower. This is allowing Universe to fly up and go after Miracle. Quick doppelganger. He'll get a little bit further away. Kuro is nearby. There goes your Lances. Universe, a lot of damage to that tier 1 tower. Here comes Rolling Boulder. GH arrives. And Universe up and away. Firefire's got a little bit longer left, but not long enough. Miracle able to claim that first blood on the safe lane of Liquid.
And meanwhile, in mid, Crit tries to make the attempt as Matama Man is chasing after him pretty hard. Sumail, though, with no orb, has no follow-up. And Matama Man just gonna salve around the trees, gonna get right-clicked and lose it. And now it's him that's losing the regen war as Sumail's brought another set to him. And Matama Man's being careful, he's getting pretty low here.
GH, the kick! It reaches Sumail, Matama Man's gonna get the kill on Sumail! It looked in the bag, but GH, he helps out bottom lane, moves towards the mid, makes it work. Crit will at least get some level of revenge for the EG.
Did you see Crit coming?
No. Liquid definitely didn't.
He just popped out of nowhere. Matama Man's like, yay, I lived. No, I'm dead.
Well, here's the one running around with the Invis rune, right? There's still no observer wards for Liquid watching that part of the map. Instead, all the way up on top that they're keeping their rise. Kuro. Safety TP out. Fire versus ice. Didn't want to play that elemental battle.
Now due to the first blood, Phantom Lancer is doing very well for himself. EG have all their heroes in that middle of things, but top 2 net worths do belong to the side of Liquid.
Corruption. Fear. Trying to create some space. GH has Rolling Boulder available. Goes for the kick. Just clipped on the edge of Fear. As Mind Control holding Fear in position. That Rolling Boulder again. It's difficult for Fear to get away. In fact, impossible. Mind Control will take the kill and Liquid now claim their third.
GH is a full level ahead of Mind Control right now. Has done quite a lot on the map so far, and this is what you need out of your 4 position to accomplish this, whereas Crit has not been able to be as successful. He did pick up that kill onto the Viper, but not having as much impact right now as Kuro. Gonna run into Crit. There's no bounty runes or anything for him, so he should just spot out the action up at top, and he does. They do have a ward ready for this. Sphere gonna make his move over too.
Yeah, Kuro waiting in the back lines. Has a level 2 but hasn't skilled up the second ability, so if he needs the Cold Embrace to save, He'll have it. Mind Control tries to create space with a battery assault. Rolling boulder. GH comes. Looks for a good kick. It actually, no, it doesn't clip into crit. And they have enough damage once Kura gets out of this cold embrace. Or do they? Stick charges. They have to work so hard to kill off the Wyvern, but they lost Luna in the back lines while crit. Double stun, Universal Orion. Mind Control and GH have to rolling boulder away. GH gets body blocked out by EG. The cogs create space. GH under the tower. He's going to survive. Maybe Fear can reach him, but he's got no points up in the Shadow Poison. It's all disruption and capture for this SD. But they've got nothing to play with to get that range damage in.
Nice kill by Liquid onto Arteezy at the same time. And this GH Earth Spirit has just been so active around the map. He's got cores that can kill, and that's the important thing. Oftentimes when you're an Earth Spirit, you have no real game. It's difficult. Like right now, in his position, it's not easy for Crit to get any of these kills off. It's not easy to kill this Viper, so Cameraman isn't too worried since the beginning. Now he's got raindrops and a wand. That becomes even more difficult. Phantom Lancer at bottom is...
Oh, this is a nice opportunity. At least this kill they can get. Yes. Fire Strike in, hold the Wyvern in position. He can Cold Embrace, but with the magical damage of Universe there, the Cold Embrace wouldn't have protected him enough.
I think they're okay with that though. Like, yeah, I'm sure you use Kuro. Doesn't matter too much.
It's all about the supports dying, right? Like yes, you've lost your Viper at mid to a GSK rotation, but the only other 2 kills you've had is actually on Kuro, the Wyvern.
Could mean firstly, all the cores have died so far for EG.
Yep. Everyone's got 1 death to their name. And then the SD to add to 4 for Liquid. Meanwhile, Miracle getting some good space in this bottom lane, a farmed up PL. We'll be able to control him at the moment. Ganger gonna get the snap, follow him, Burrow Strike. Miracle decided not to wait it out too long. Doesn't have the space, not when 2 callers from EG rotated in, and Crit's able to land that stun.
That's how Crit gets the kill, is if everybody comes over. But I think that was important for EG. You have to at least represent some strength on the map. Without that though, it is quite difficult to kill Liquid's heroes. EG are gonna have to commit more cores to it, which is okay, I think. It does allow Matuma though to start picking up some free XP mid, and more farm.
It's just the balance of space which is coming in for Liquid. As you're mentioning, EG, if you've got to commit multiple heroes, how do you keep doing this while keeping solid lane pressure? Universe does his TP out just in time, able to complete it. We'll have to go all the way back to base, and now space on both mid and bottom. EG have no players there to contest. And Liquid, how do you read it? You got Crit at a high movement speed. GH kicks him away from the bounty rune, but it brings him closer to Mind Control. The Eclipse comes, Mind Control trying to have the creep wave soak up more of those lucent beams. But it won't happen, Clockwork will fall. And the attackers come up to the tier 1 tower on top.
It feels like Mind Control got really unlucky there. Every single lucent beam hit him in the ult.
They feel like can go this. Last though is up. They want it, they can hold him there, but GH
get him over the
double kick and the silence. Samel wants to help out, but Matuma will get the pipe strike off. Universal out here no matter what, and with Kura rotating in, Universe will die, GH will fall with him, so EG get the better trade out of this. Batrider for the Viper ES.
Perfectly fine as like Universe just walked in there. Yeah, have a huge contest. GH did a very nice job of keeping them on the low ground so that they could at least get the return kill. If they get onto the high ground, it becomes much more difficult for Matuma Man back there. He does die with 15 Mon charges. Don't think it would have mattered though. He was going to take out anyways.
Can we look into this 10-15 minute window when the PL's going to have a diffuser blade up and running? We saw the effectiveness over the last 2 days when the diffuser blade comes to the fight. Do EG have enough to deal with that? Do you avoid the fight? Or are you okay with the status of the Luna right now?
I think you're okay right now with how the game's going for both sides. For EG, you look at the stack situation, it's not like it was in the Gyrocopter game. They haven't really stacked too much for Arteezy. And it does look like Miracle's going for something we see a lot in China, just going for the tread straight into the defusal. I think this represents that they do want to take fights early on, as he's going to TP top, anticipates the pressure bottom, and now Liquid, they're gathering around this mid area. They want to try to make a play with Mind Control's shot.
Yep, now they have that up, but no one's coming to fight. EG are the ones who are just dodging the engagement. Prince doing the pull on bottom. to drag that wave up and allow the T1 tower to take more damage. But the second this rotation starts to happen, Miracle just TP top. He still wants to get that diffuser blade up before he begins any kind of involvement in a fight. And if Liquid are adding pressure towards the mid, what's EG really going to do? They're going to take the tier 1 tower on bottom, then they lose tier 1 towers in return.
That's why you see these 3 heroes right now on the side of EG in this mid lane. Liquid though, trying to get as much out of the map as they can is grabbing that tower. They do take a very slight edge, but this bottom tower should go in kind. This is a catapult wave. Arteezy wants to push in with this. It doesn't look like Liquid is interested in a defending game, especially with the TP not available on Miracle.
You actually just jump over there and go? Like, it'll take you some time to get down there, but the tower's still quite strong. You've got fortification available too.
No, I don't think you do.
So you're just happy with PL farming top and pressure on mid?
Yeah, Liquid out of all teams, they don't really defend their safe lane tower very much. Because I think they think it's kind of a hard area to protect. Instead, they're going to try to look to get aggressive in this mid lane. This is a principle that has kind of stood the test of time, patch to patch. They don't really care about this bottom safe lane tower too much, but...
Control just revealed himself.
Yeah, that's a little bit odd. I guess the tower's still relatively high HP. And it's more odd that EG didn't commit to that harder. Because nobody was going down there. I think Mind Control mainly TP'd down there because, well, nobody from EG was hitting it.
Well, EG wasn't exactly certain where they were either. It's like they ping out where Mind Control is now, but he's smoked to get in behind the tower. GH is still standing in the same position. The warden of the mid. Well, Matama can just chip away at the tower. He's fine. He's got 7 1 charges. You want to initiate on him? With 3 points up in corrosive skin and those 17 1 charges, that's almost no damage, while Miracle already at the second plate of Alacrity and is about 400, 500 gold away from completing up the diffuser plate. While all this time has been going on, the 1k-ish gold lead that EG had is gone, and now it's the G8. Initiates forward, they get a Viper Strike off, and this is going to be difficult for Samel to regenerate. No, in fact, he cannot do it. Crit. Double Burrow Strike. GH and Matubman to get caught. Arteezy with that lucid beam. GH will take damage from the tower. That's why the curse comes out. The kick. Is there enough distance? Crit. He'll get kicked up again. GH into Roshan. He needs a rolling boulder away, and there it goes. But Crit able to get the Burrow Strike in time. Closing the distance with the Blink Dagger.
And finds the DD rune, but still worth it for Liquid. Because during this time, Miracle just continues to farm, and now Arteezy's pinging this bottom tower.
Miracle's got the full diffusal.
Yeah, there was this period where it just felt like EG were not accomplishing too much. They're allowing this Lancer to get out of control. Like, they needed to take this bottom tower, but they just watched Liquid set up 3 heroes in mid. They eventually got a kill, and they didn't even lose their bottom tower for it. But Hook comes in here.
Actually manages to get the disruption off, but the support from Koro, done. Crit, he couldn't blink himself forward. He got attacked, so the epicenter, most of the pulses have little to no effect. As Mind Control keeps the run, 1 second till Cogs, the Lucid Beam will cancel off the ability to at least create distance with the Cogs. And Matubman, revenge won't happen. Crit into the invisive Sandstorm and walks away.
That was a lot of abilities though, and look at top. Phantom Lancer just continues to farm. He heavily leads the field in experience right now. 3 levels higher than anybody on the side of EG.
He can come down to this bottom lane and defend it if they want to. Dire is scanning, expecting someone to be around.
I think they're being way too worried about this bottom tower area. If they did their research on Liquid, they know that Liquid doesn't really even care about this. They saw the Phantom Lancer up at Miracle for a while didn't have a TP. They weren't willing to rotate to this tower, only when EG sort of gave up on it. EG putting no pressure on them allows Liquid to post like this in multiple lanes. Now Liquid will take the tower for free. This is ideal for them right now.
Universe has to be careful when he comes in that close. You save for free like tier 1 tower trade, but if they get a kill with it, Mind Control has that hook, the ability just to initiate in quickly. Crit. He walks through with a double Burrow Strike again. Sandstorm allows him to run out. Koro will drop the sentry ward, trying to keep some kind of extra information. But Yell's not there. Miracle's still up on top. He doesn't want to join the fight. He's now got his next blade of Alacrity almost completed. Yard shot and hook shot. Mind Control. Well, that's nothing but illusions. A kick from GH, catching both Crit and Unit. A 3-man Dream Coil from Samael, but no follow-up from Evil Geniuses. Epicenter is still on cooldown. Crit ready to fight. Universe has no Blink Dagger, just has the drum charges to run in and attempt the lasso.
Yeah, Miracle grabs the tier 2 tower up at top. It feels like he's playing his own PvE game. Hasn't been touched at all. not enough pressure being put on by Liquid either. And this is the kind of strategy that we wanted to see out of the Viper, where Liquid is crowding around the hero, protecting him at all costs, and at the same time, as a result of this 4-man, Miracle has been completely unpunished. We saw the combination from Na'Vi yesterday when they had the Phantom Lancer and the Viper, but they weren't able to really get it to work because they didn't really pressure the map, and it felt like everybody else was willing to defend towers against them. But this time around, Liquid is putting so much pressure onto EG.
They can't close the distance. They'll rely on GH to get the rolling boulder initiation. That's the only way this is really going to work while Arteezy holds the high ground. This just feels very reminiscent also of like Team Secret style of timings, where you have like that lone druid Midas in Radiance, then comes into the fights and just gonna wreck everything. So Miracle, so much stronger already, and EG, they're trying to do something about him. They're turning their attention up their universe. He's hit the timing right. They're still doppelganger and one charge is available. They'll let the doppelganger go, and Miracle stands his ground to fight, but the damage comes in in droves, and PL will fall.
That was a very important kill for EG. He'd largely been untouched. And it felt like EG was preparing for that never came. But that pickoff attempt, Miracle got a little bit too familiar with that top lane area.
Yeah.
I mean, he might as well. He's been up there for 10 minutes and nobody's done anything about it.
Yeah.
If he dies once for it, I think he's going to be perfectly fine with that.
I don't believe he lost any money too. He got the Yasha before death, so...
They want to take this fight.
GH,
he's invis.
He found Crit. Crit's going to get the first strike off, however. As GH missed the kick to Universe. Arctic burn up from Koro. All they want to do is secure this bottom tower with a fortification. No denial from evil geniuses. They're still looking for the opportunity. GH jumping forward, gets hit by the Viper Strike. Hook shot's going to be off the mark from Mind Control. So they don't close the distance on the SK, who can just regenerate through the Viper Strike. But trouble for Batrider. Stunned up, being controlled by Mataman. Fear will buy some time, but the cogs burn push onto Universe is too strong. So Batrider will fall. Phantom Lancer this time involved in the fight. Liquid have all 5 heroes on the bottom lane, fighting with the counterpult, pushing the tier 2 tower.
You could tell they were so hesitant to give up on that EG because they had their own tier 1 available. They know that Liquid doesn't. Miracle was dead. They felt it was going to be a 5v4 fight in their favor, but Liquid just got superior vision down with this ward. They have a deeper one now too. GH being invis really helped that out. Crit wasn't able to really set his feet. So Liquid get another win. Still, the gold lead is only 2,000.
Yeah, it's not that different, but there's critical items starting to arrive, which are going to cause a lot of problems. Like Miracle's encroaching on that mana farm soon, so Silence from Clock might be able to control him. And Blade Mail on Clockwork is a real problem if these hook shots start to connect.
It's going to force Arteezy to go for the Force Staff and the Hurricane Pike a little bit sooner than he'd like. Normally we see him try to scale with items like the BKB or the Butterfly, but this time around he's built quite defensively because of the Clockwork.
That Hurricane Pike is actually, well, practically done on the Tumberman. Farms up this top wave and he's got it.
He just needs the ability to disengage right now. Let's finish it. Is kind of out of mana, has rebought raindrops. Now they can pop the shrine together. Refill. Be in fighting shape right now.
Yep.
Vipers. 2 jets early, but since then not been
oh, Mind Control! He actually managed to get up to these like, please, turn on the Eclipse. I want you to. I really want you to. Because get a Blade Mail, but yep, underneath the shrine, the curse is out. Arteezy is actually killing himself with the illusions. Enough with the rocket. He's barely alive. Purge, Mind Control, break free the cogs, create space on the high ground, and this will isolate Fear right next to the shrine. They got regeneration, and Arteezy, he goes down. Mind Control manages to snipe the kill on him. While Koro, Cold Embraces, Samel bringing magical damage to at least penetrate that Cold Embrace, but while that all happens on bottom lane, the PL is pushing in. Crit can find this one. Mind Control is barely surviving. Starts to CPU. That's the attack! Oh, he won't get out. They'll bring him down, but bottom lane, the tier 3 towers on a half-life. Miracle will start his TP. There's nothing Samel can do about it.
And Crit even gonna go down to Matama, and I'm not sure if the ops got that, but Mind Control started chasing after Arteezy. Arteezy pops the Eclipse. As soon as the first beam lands, he pops the Blade Mail. It instantly refracts back onto him and kills him. Very, very nice timing. Arteezy felt like he had to make that play, but Mind Control just a little bit better.
He held that blade mail for so long.
Yes, he's like, I dare you. Please, please use it. And now Eclipse is down for 2 minutes. Miracle has just continued to farm out the map. Liquid is doing such a good job of the 4-on-5 right now. It just feels like EG can't really contest them. They haven't had enough happen around the map with their playmakers. This Puck, this sinking, these Bad Riders, they just lack the damage against this Viper, who's got a ton of tankiness with that corrosive skin. You could see it right there. He got surrounded by like 4 heroes. Didn't matter.
Yep.
Stood his ground.
And you can see too, like you're talking at the start when Matubman would go second item BKB, but he knows in this game he doesn't have to. He's going to go Maelstrom on the Viper because the game is just going so well for Team Liquid. He can bring in that damage and you don't have the other problem he would have had if he had the BKB, which is the lack of damage, the lack of team fight presence.
And right now, Liquid, they're getting aggressive here.
Oh, Radiant scanned it. They scanned him, they hit perfectly, they know that their Miracle doesn't react in time, so Doppelganger Lasso is out, hookshot, mind control, tries to create space, and so
he's got Doppelganger.
Center. Well, can they bring in the damage? They can from Team Liquid, but not from Evil Geniuses. Crit hiding in the Sandstorm, mind control starting his TP home already, needs to regenerate and stay alive. Kuro wants the bigger target, they'll find Fear a little bit higher up. Miracle, the man initiated on, will find the kill onto the EG captain as 3 are lost, but nothing lost for Liquid.
Yeah, Miracle got pretty low there, but they're doing everything that they can on him, and they're still unable to grab that kill. This does not bode well right now for EG. It just feels like they don't have enough when it comes to damage. Everyone's timings are a little bit off, and it comes back to that mid-game where they weren't able to accomplish anything. They didn't pressure down this bottom tower. They didn't deal with Miracle up the top. They weren't taking the mid-fight, and Liquid were okay with that kind of passive game. You notice that they were really loath to go bottom. They eventually sent mind control, and he's like, why is no one trying to take this tower? And it was because everybody on Liquid was farming.
Yep. They were being the ones efficient. They thought they would have actually had less time to do this farming, but EG gives them the breathing room, and now that room starts to extend a long way north. The gold advantage is rapidly approaching 6,000. The experience drop is a big vertical swing. It was actually going the way of EG, but the swing's about 5k as well. And if these fights continue on, you know Team Liquid, maybe not the greatest Roshan team, can just slip in there and try and take it. But EG, they prep for the fight in mid. Maybe Crit this time they actually have an influence more than a Burrow Strike. I was still waiting for his epicenter damage, for the control that comes in from this Blink Veil Puck. Like, it's like EG do have combinations, they just are incapable of getting it off because the fight splits into 3 different pieces.
Yeah, right now, this game reminds me exactly of the game against Secret, where, you remember Secret, it looked like the game was even because Secret kept taking these 4-on-5 fights, and the entire time their lone druid was just farming away. Yep. And it feels like EG is struggling with that kind of style. When somebody is just willing to split them up, EG is anticipating these fights that never really happen. And Liquid, they're just like, well, we'll take advantage of this and continue to farm. Yep. EG's always tensed up, Liquid being very loose, allowing themselves to play very aggressively. Remember, Miracle did die up at top, but he took 2 towers out of that for free. Yep. He wasn't touched for longer than 10 minutes.
And he's going to be very hard to actually bring it down for EG. They don't have enough sustained damage, and once this heart is complete, that is what Miracle is working on next. He buys the Reaver now, so the strength increase is already going to be there. And Evil Geniuses, they're grouped up, they're smoked up, they're thinking maybe Miracle will force the bottom lane. There's only one outer tower that Team Liquid wants to take, and that's straight down mid, so Evil Geniuses will slowly move their way there. Liquid, they also smoke up. 4 heroes together.
They should know about this, though.
It's such a bait.
Yeah, EG think that they have the high ground already, but Liquid is holding the area behind them very smartly. They don't think that EG will come from this angle. Now EG making their long trek around. Doesn't look like they do want to get into this engagement.
Smoke is off for EG. Where's its rocket from mind control? Where's the scouting?
They don't want to give it up. You can see it directionally.
Crit. Caught. Silence. He wants to Burrow Strike out of this one. Magnetize just turned on. Hook shot. Control. They ran the wrong direction. Crit went down the river, not up the hill. And now GH has to keep going. A bit more rocks. And there comes your kick in with the Magnetize. It looks like it's going to be enough damage for Crit to die. Kuro will actually... Really? Okay, yeah, he'll take that off. GH, it'll work.
And mid lane, Miracle. Arteezy doesn't have a Manta style of his own or BKB. Just stalking him right now.
He turns on the Mask of Madness to farm up the Ancients too. You know he wants it.
Miracle now hunting Fear. Thinking about going on this, and he is.
That's an easier kill for them. Even if Fear goes for the disruption and the PL on himself, it ain't gonna happen. doppelganger up. Now it's up to Sumail tracking through these Miracle illusions. Arteezy is here, but the Glaives, they're not even reaching the Miracle. He just waits out the Dream Pole and turns over. They jump doppelganger up. Arteezy inside the base will die. Nowhere is safe for the boys in blue. And meaning the boys on the right, not Kuro who's left.
They're gonna now make their descent.
Sumail goes in again.
Yep.
Miracle shrugging off. He looks so low, but he's still got 700 HP.
Universe jumps in, immediately gets Cogs back. Just trying to Firefly around this area. This is going to send Liquid backwards, but EG, we've seen them make sick comebacks before, so it's hard to count them out.
True.
But this one feels a lot more complicated.
We've got to learn the lesson from yesterday, right? That V helped us with. No matter how far behind in a game you are, there's always a way you could throw.
I think lineup-wise, though, it was a little bit better for EG. Like, it was easier for them to scale, go into the late game, because they had Omni Knight. I think Omni Knight's an incredible hero. And in the game against VP, they had 2 of these AoE clears. They had the Gyrocopter and the Medusa, so they could always deal with these super creeps. Well, their lineup right now doesn't have a lot of firepower behind it. Maybe if they get to a really, really late game scenario, but even then, I don't know if I favor the Luna over the Phantom Lancer and the Viper.
But now the Phantom Lancer's got hard. You've seen the stats continue to rise. You've got 3.2k life at the moment, and Skadi is the next on the list for Miracle.
Yeah,
so
it's the dual core against the single core right now, because the puck just hasn't been able to scale.
At least Arteezy should get close to the BKB before the next engagement happens. This is because he's getting the space on bottom lane, having a lot more confidence.
Careful, Toby.
I'm good. Didn't take out the soundboard, just my chat.
Alright, so now Roshan starts. This is the downside of Liquid's lineup, is that the far ahead they get, Roshan isn't super easy for them.
Yeah. At least with the changes, the illusions have to work on Roshan. It's not as bad as it would be.
They don't have a medallion either, though, so this is the first Roshan game. It's going to take them 45 seconds.
One of the rare games too, you don't even have a medallion. Medallion solar crests have been pretty prevalent throughout this tournament. EG's ready to fight on bottom. Look at Liquid comes quickly. They're underneath the Dire Observer Ward, so these TPs in are very visible. Mind Control looking for a target. Rocket's still on cooldown, and EG have successfully fallen back.
EG.
Oh, Miracle. Yeah, going after Arteezy. Quick Hurricane Pike trying to create a little bit of space. He's still got that Overclock in his backpack. Doesn't have the Egg Draw life, but Miracle. This is a huge kill if they can claim it. Burn the Aegis, the Immortal, which is going to cripple the Liquid here. But here they coming, the Miracle. Doppelganger's away, the kick flies in from the side. They hop shot perfectly into Crit. Fire strike down, but the magnetized tick damage will be enough to kill Crit underneath tier 3 tower. But yep, you're right. Miracle hunting back towards the fountain. Universe is low, the Manta illusions and all the other illusions are chasing underneath the fountain. But where else do you attack? You need the creep wave is coming in through the bottom now. So Team Liquid beat him for the tier 3 tower from bot lane. Sumail wants to try and slow this down. Fortification will help, but the curse is there. It's Kuro holding in Sumail. He'll Yule Scepter up. There's a big waste of the curse. They still get the tier 3 tower, however. But Miracle, he really wants to get more. They focus on the melee racks. Universe, no lasso available, so he can't really go for that perfect initiation. They need to start clearing this up. The Dream Call holds him in position, gets a stop to the Miracle, but Matoman stands his ground. Already has a crack at Arteezy with that Viper Strike pushing forward. Arteezy falls low, not low enough for death, but low enough for Liquid to have enough space to take that bottom lane.
They're unable to do anything. They really needed to be able to win that fight when they dragged him in. You saw the Viper was halfway across the map. Crit got caught on the southern end, and Miracle chased them into their fountain, and they weren't able to do anything about it. For really a good sign. Oh, he's gonna start beating on the shrine. Seems like they won't kill him with the lasso.
EG's coming. You don't have Dream Call. You don't have that big AoE control. You don't even have Purge available. That they will have a crack at Miracle, who's fighting for the shrine. Here comes Universe. So finding on the back lines. G8, Epi, different Crit will be lacking on. They find the kill. So first one goes the way of EG. Arteezy with the Eclipse. A little bit of chip damage into Mind Control. They want to find more, but it looks like Liquid have already hit the exit button. Not they. Miracle is full life running in. He'll be quite happy to take a loose at beam. Barely missing TZ. Micah was looking to thread the eye of the needle. It won't happen, but the first fragment Tubberman will fall down. EG, a huge play for the curve of the Sumail. TZ will kill his friend. And then will lose his own life. Crit has to hide inside the sandstorm. Not a lot of places he can go apart from picking up back past his own shrine. And back for safety, but that was the best fight he could have hoped for.
Yes, they managed to finally take down the Viper, and despite losing 3 heroes to 2, the gold change does go their way, considering how far behind they were. 13k is the lead. They still have miracle problems though. This hero is getting untouched in these fights. Take a look at it here. He walks in, doesn't care, in the middle of everything. EG unable to set up any kind of fight. There's Arteezy trying to find that taunt angle. Not putting out enough damage to deal with these illusions, and this Winner's Curse absolutely obliterates the Sumail.
It does showcase though the Viper when he doesn't get BKB off.
He's still killable.
He is still killable.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Dota, is if you have enough control, you can take heroes down, but it's the double core from Liquid versus the single core on EG.
That's when they have to turn the core of Liquid against him. You've got the Shadow Demon there for Evil Geniuses. If he can keep doing some lifting, keep changing that PL to fight against.
You notice he's just getting jumped on every fight though by Miracle. Miracle forces him to use the banish and then kills him anyways. They have a mini illusion battle, but Miracle almost always ends up.
Miracle. Same farming universe.
Very far from the rest of his team.
Is available. Who's gonna be there? Crit prepping the epicenter. They've got to hit that barrier right timing right. They're waiting for it. There's your doppelganger. Which way is the right? Miracle down to 1/3 of his HP. There's still 1400 available, and this didn't work. There was no mana for the Burrow Strike from Crit after he went for the epicenter. They didn't have that follow-up control.
Even after all of that, he has more HP than the Shadow Demon walks around with. That would have been a huge opportunity for them. He was so far away from the rest of his team.
GH, he's got the Yule Scepter, cancelling the TPR from the Luna, gets on the kick, and this buys time for Mind Control to close the distance. Yule Scepter puts him up in the air, the Cogs won't really push anything as Arteezy burns his BKB to stay alive and retreat, but here comes GH once again, aggressive blinking from Team Liquid. They will not get the pick on EG. The top lane is being pressured in, that mid tower is low, there's creeps inside the base. So it's quite easy for Liquid to keep the base assault going.
Right now, Liquid not really hearing anything anymore. If you witness bottom, you're like, okay, RPO actually can't die anymore.
He's got Scotty. That's what's coming in on the courier right now.
Just continue to tank up. Don't really need damage. Don't need the butterfly. Get as tanky as possible. Get as hard as you can for EG to take you down.
And this is the only time we can say Miracle is 4K. That's how much we'll see if EG do anything about it. It's controlled in the back lines. Fear will fall. Again, he has target number 1 for that Phantom Lancer. They can move through to target 2 and 3. Universe and Crit will go down. Buybacks are available. The Team Liquid stand inside the base. They know they've got so much to fight with Sumail. The team call is nice, but Common just BKBs and despite straight back Arteezy's got nothing in the tank. There's nothing that EG can do. They will call good game, well played. Team Liquid, game 1 belongs to them.
Yeah, no chance they can win this one. And it was really the did it in for EG. Just that passive period from the 8 to 15 minute mark where they didn't get anything accomplished, and neither did really Liquid. Liquid was also kind of content to farm, but they were just getting more out of the map as a result of their safe laner hitting creeps, taking towers. EG unable to do the same. I think Liquid anticipated the mirror move. They anticipated EG to make the same move down towards bottom, but surprisingly, EG didn't even make that move. They just kind of chilled and waited.
Yeah, it's like, I wonder if there was more urgency, if this game would have played out differently, but they can look